Bismillah. Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let's thanks to our God Allah SWT, who has given everything, so we can gather in this place with good and happy situation. Secondly, may salawat and salam always be given to our Prophet Muhammad SAW, who has guided us from darkness to brightness, from spirituality to goodness, and from Jahiliyah to the Islamic era. Hello audience, welcome back to IDN Weekday Technology Talk Series, a webinar that promises to be improved explorers into the world of government data technology talk. The design. Before we start, how are you guys? I hope you are always in good condition and happy situation. Let's introduce myself first. I am Zahira. I'm from 8th grade. I will be host of this week. Today at Weekday Technology Talk series, we are gonna talk about a stunning Lego effect in Figma. And I have a special speaker that is Dewi. And before I will come to Sis Dewi, I gonna tell you what we are gonna do in this weekday technology talk. First of all, there is opening and introduce ourselves and gonna move to the question session where actions introduce a notable speaker that we call Dewi.
Hello everyone.
Hello Dewi, how do you feel today?
I'm good. Thank you for asking, Zahira. What about you?
Today I'm happy because I can meet you. Do you feel excited for a being speaker in this weekday technology talk?
I feel very excited to be the speaker for today because, yeah, thank you for having me here.
And Devi, you can introduce yourself and you can start your presentation.
Okay, I will just share screen first and then I will introduce myself. Okay, so Bismillah. Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Dewi Saraswati and usually people call me Dewi, and now I'll be giving you guys a tutorial about how to make a Lego effect in Figma. But first of all, what is Figma? Well, Figma is a website where you can design, prototype, collab, and so much more. It also supports teammates to work together in real time, and it also saves their progress in the file. That's basically the basics of Figma. And now, what are we gonna do? Well, this is the effect that we're going to do today. It's cool, right? Well, let's just get started with the tutorial. So first of all, of course, you guys go to your Chrome and just search up figma.com. And if you guys haven't have an account, well, you guys can just create it. But since I already have an account, I'll just directly do the tutorial, okay? So in here, this will be the view of the Figma file, and here in the top right, you guys can just click the design, and it will create a new file where it will show something like this. Just skip this, and in here you guys can we'll just directly move into the tutorial. So for today, you guys can just click the R button in the keyboard. It will automatically put the rectangle, which is like this, and in the right side over here, the dimension, you guys can just put it to 50 per 50 in dimension, height, and weight. And now you guys can just go to the fill to give the opacity of the color to 1%. It will be not really the showing, but it's okay. And then next, you guys can just go to the effects, and it will automatically go to drop shadow. And here, drop shadow, you guys can just change the Y to number 2 and the blur also to number 2. And next, because we can add another effect, which is inner shadow, we can just click this and then click the inner shadow to change it. And here we're going to put the Y to also to 2, and then the blur also to number 2 as well. But in here we'll change the color to white and also change the opacity of the color to 15%. And in here, you guys can also make another effect, which is background blur. And here, you guys can adjust the blur to 160. It will not show now, but it will show later. So we'll just head on to make the little button things. So you guys can just click the O button in the keyboard. It will automatically make an ellipse or circle. And next, you guys can change the height and weight to 25 per 25. It'll show something like this. And next, you guys can just do the same tutorial as the rectangle, but without the blur effect, without the background blur effect, sorry. So we'll just move on to make the fill to 1%, create another effect of drop shadow to 2, and the blur to 2 as well, and then add another one, and we'll change it to inner shadow and place it to Y2 and blur 2, and also change the color to white, and we'll also change the opacity to 50. Okay, after you already have these two items, you guys can move the ellipse to in front of the rectangle until it's in the middle. After that, you guys can just group it with Control G or Command G in MacBook, and then just duplicate it vertically or horizontally. Up to you guys. I'll just vertically first, and then I will do horizontally. Sorry, I mean horizontally first and then vertically. You guys can just make it group again and duplicate it until it's like this, and move it down until it creates a good effect. Sorry. Until it creates something like this. You guys can just group it if you want. I will group it. And in here is the most exciting part of it all. You guys can just add maybe a circle or an image below. And I will just add the circle in here. And I will change the color as well. I will change the color to maybe red. And then in the left side, in the layers, you guys can just put the ellipse below the group that we just did. Ta-da! Whoa, it's cool, right? So yeah, maybe that's all, and I hopefully this tutorial is good for you guys and it can be very useful for all of you. Thank you.
Alright, Sis Dewi. Thank you for sharing your experience. Hopefully, knowledge can be useful for all use of us. And now it's time for us to ask you questions. Thank you for the amazing tutorial, Dewi. Do you have a planning Figma project? Can you tell us about it from this cloud?
Okay, thank you for the question, Kak Nafishau. So, for my upcoming Figma project, actually, I don't have any plans for now, but actually, I have a few plans to make an UI UX that I will be doing for a competition that I will join with my team. So yeah, and but we haven't do any brainstorming or anything yet. But hopefully we'll have a brainstorming like after this or maybe later in some time. So yeah, thank you for the question.
There's a question again from Asia. What the kind of design do you like?
Thank you for the question, guys. Yeah. Well, what kind of design do I like? Actually, I like all types of design. I like the abstract one, the messy one, the clean one. I like all of them. Maybe I don't really have a favorite. I just like everything. So yeah, I'm fine with any kind of design as long as it's really cool for me. Like it amazes me. I suppose it's fun for me. So yeah, thank you for the question.
Okay, continue from Siskiana. Thank you for the explained material, Devi. Do you have any plan to big games project or competition to get international achievement? Achievement? And have any specialist idea?
Thank you for the question, Sis Kiana. Well, actually, I don't really know what to do with. I don't really have any plans for my design projects or any kind of project in general. But hopefully, I will. I want to join the competition to achieve an international achievement or something like that. But possibly I want it to be about designing and probably about English. I don't know, it's kind of off the topic, but yeah, my two passions just designing and also English. So yeah, thank you for the question.
Okay, continue from Sis Anissa. Could you share your first experience using Figma and what challenge you faced at the beginning?
All right, thank you for the question. Well, actually, my first experience using Figma is kind of wonky. I don't really understand it about the mechanism because I haven't even do those type of factoring stuff. But as time goes by, as I began to try to learn about Figma, I eventually got used to it and also began to also we could say we could get better at it. Yeah, but it's also because of the help of my friends and also my teacher in here. So yeah, I'm very grateful about them and really grateful that I got to be having a knowledge that until now. So yeah, I really hope that uh, I could make make better project design or something in general better in the future. Thank you for the question.
So from CCZ, what the hardest project that you've made?
Ooh, thank you for the question, Sidzi. Well, actually, if I gotta say what kind of project that is hard for me, I would say prototyping because if you have so many frames and you need to prototype them all and detail in general, it will be very confusing because your file in prototyping will be so messy. And I just ever did that when semester one in IDN, where I made a Bitaqua app, and I made so many frames, and whoa, the prototype is very confusing for me. And I have struggled once to make like an overlay thing. I don't know what that is. I just figured that just when I made the Bitaqua app. So yeah, probably the hardest thing to do in the hardest project that I build that I do is uh, prototyping the Taco app. So yeah, thank you for the question.
Before from Sis Asia, before no Figma, what design software have you ever used it? No, and have you ever used it? Ibis fine.
Okay, thank you for the question, Sis Asia. Well, before I know Figma and yeah, that software, I really never I my design software is Ibis Paint and also maybe MS Paint in laptop. So yeah, but in general, I really love to use Ibis Paint at the time because it's really easy for me to use and I love to design and create art in there. I'm actually more making and more comfortable making art more than designing actually. So yeah, I really love using this pen and basically just can just say I'm a pro. I don't know, up to you guys. So yeah, thank you for the question.
Okay. Now from Sis Dirga, Dewi, how did you find out you can do Lego thing?
Well, thank you for the question, Sister Riga. Actually, this Lego effect thing is not originally by me. I actually found it in LinkedIn when I was scrolling down. Like I was busy. I was like just randomly scrolling down on LinkedIn, and suddenly I found this tutorial about how to make a Lego effect, and like, oh, it's cool and simple. And I wanted to make. I wanted to make the I want to make something like that for everybody. Like I want to make it known for everybody. So yeah, that's basically how I found the Lego effect thing. I forgot who the creator is, but yeah, if I know I could tell you, but since I don't know right now, so sorry about that. But credits to the creator. So yeah, thank you for the question.
Mm, Okay. Maybe that before the question is the last. So, thank you for Sis Dewi, and thank you for all for watching this weekly technology talk. Hopefully, everything that has been said is useful, and I'm also sorry if there are many mistakes in my part. And the last I say, don't forget to watch another weekly technology talk video next week. See you guys. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.